Okay, game 3 of my match against JerryDot. I won the 2 page games, and we have a 3rd page game, which I guess is acceptable under the rules of the tournament. It sort of changes the dynamics. It's not a peasant game anymore. It's a peasant plus page game, so who knows what's going to happen. Yeah, so we've got Embassy, Draw, Salvagers, Trashing, Oracle's Draw, Ports, Actions, some Alt VP with Palace, Emporium, Defiled Shrine. All sorts of stuff going on here. So if I had to guess what my priority is, I think it's to get page down the line, because I want to be playing a ton of oracles. I want to be playing a ton of pages for plus buy. So I think my opening is dungeon page, and then I'll pick up a peasant second shuffle. Maybe a peasant and some ports. The thematic opening for this tournament would be page peasant, opening with the 2 travelers. But there's going to be some terminal collision. Soldier, warrior are both terminals. A hero is a terminal, but maybe by that point you have. So maybe just go peasant page and then buy just dungeons the second shuffle. Okay, that's at least thematic for this tournament, so I'm going to do that. I'll open with the page. So peasant probably will never go to teacher. You just stay with disciple, and disciple is such a strong card. You basically disciple oracles once champion is in play, and you get all the draw you need. You can always also disciple peasants and so on. Okay, so they opened with peasant. So I will take my peasant now, and I'll see if they follow. Defiled Shrine can be moderately meaningful here. The decks can ramp up very, very quickly. So if you have an extra buy that you don't need, and the opportunity cost is low, yeah. So if I were them, I would strongly consider it here. Unfortunately, I didn't draw my page until the second turn, so I didn't have that option. And obviously, the dungeon is going to be better than the 4 VP. We'll see what they do with 5, though. 5 might want to be ports. Ports and 7 VP seems pretty strong. They did not go that way, okay. So I've got the dungeon now. I think I'm going to go ports and 8 VP. That seems worth it. I've got the dungeon, so I can absorb the extra card in my deck. I'm going to pick up some more dungeons, actually, on 3s, I think. I don't see a strong reason not to pick up 3. A dungeon here. So again, if this wasn't a curse, it could have been a treasure hunter or a soldier or something. So it's not like it's free, but I'm certainly more concerned with getting my treasure hunter up the line than I am with my soldier line, with my peasant line. But because I picked up those ports now, I am going to start picking up some oracles, I think. For draw. Actually, do I want the salvager first? Go with the oracle first. Again, I have some draw, so I can. Make use of it. I have some actions with ports, so I can make use of the oracle, I think. It's also decent with soldier. Actually, that's pretty nice payload. Oracle stack, like 6 oracles, then a couple soldiers. So I'll consider that as my payload. Moving forward here. So they're going to have a warrior and a treasure hunter in this shuffle. Warrior and a soldier in this shuffle, which is the same as I have. Did they not progress their peasant the first time they played it? Oh, they did? Oh, they have a fugitive already. Okay. Okay. So, again, this could be an embassy now. Adding a little bit more terminal draw than I'm comfortable with, but and I have 2 ports. I can pick up another pair of ports. And I've got a couple of dungeons to help sift through for those ports. I think the Salvager is going to be really important soon, but I'm not sure if now is the time. I have no plus buy, so like at some point I'm going to want to pick up some more peasants probably if I'm going to do the soldier stack or figure that out. But I think I got to keep my priorities straight and advancing the travelers along the line. To a dungeon coming into play, so I'm not quite sure what my turn will be yet. So we've both got fugitives and warriors right now. I will discard a curse. Yeah, the way the soldier works is you get +1 coin per other attack you have in play. So if I have like 6 oracles in play, even if my opponent has a champion, then the soldier's generating 8 coins. And then if I play a second soldier, I get 9 coins. So like I can. And I want to play with the oracles anyways for draw once I have champion in play. So getting a whole ton of oracles and soldiers seems like a pretty decent plan. I think my okay. Well, I'm not going to play this oracle because I think I have my warrior down there. Do I have my warrior down there? Let me check that. I received a warrior. I shuffled, and I have not yet played a warrior, so I'm not going to play the oracle, and I'm just going to buy a salvager. Bottom decking the warrior is not terrible. It's not great, but it could be worse. They trashed 2 of my 4 costs. That's quite annoying. The port I'm not as mad about is I'll need to buy another salvager here, though. Hopefully fine. Yeah, found my embassy, which is great. This is going to be quite a nice turn for me. I was able to trash one of their ports. And I'm going to buy the salvager back. And I've got a disciple and a hero in this shuffle. And a couple of dungeons coming into play, so that's nice. So they've been able to get a port and embassy right away. We will see. They discarded my disciple. Ouch. Hopefully I find my hero still. I'm not quite sure how they got ahead here. They are certainly ahead. And perhaps it is just the way the first shuffle worked. Although we both shuffled in the 2 things. We both got some dungeons. Yeah, so my soldier missed a shuffle, so that's why they're ahead on that. And unfortunately, my disciple just got flipped, so they're off to the races here before I am, and I am pretty far behind. And they're just going whole hog in on the ports, I guess. Not quite sure why. I'm going to have a champion in play soon, so the actions don't do anything. Okay, so here, I can salvage an estate. And I think my planning was buy an oracle, and then I'm going to buy a curse. Though I am behind, I think it is worthwhile. It's just a lot of VP, and there's some opportunity costs there, and maybe I am going to lose because of that, but it seems like the reason I would lose is somewhat independent of this. Okay, I'm not going to trigger this shuffle, so top deck, you can keep those on top. Gain a treasure. Obviously, there's going to be a gold. And I've got 7. I do have the hero coming into play. I think I need one more bit of draw to guarantee I'm drawing Is that Oracle or Embassy? I think Embassy is just going to be better given all the coppers that I have. And hope I can find my champion here. A little annoying, right as I draw the Disciple, they attack me, but this is great. Okay. So I've got the champion into play. I've got another Embassy down there. So the question is, do I get a Salvager now, or do I get a Peasant? I think the Peasant is what I want. I'm going to try to get like Peasant Soldier with it next turn. It feels weird to spend 7 on a Peasant, but and I'm going to keep this Disciple. I don't see a strong reason to chuck it or to trade it up the line for a Teacher. I guess you could put like plus coin on port or something, but I'd much rather be discipling an Oracle to gain another Oracle, and then disciple a Peasant to gain more plus buy, and so on. I think, well, they actually have another Disciple. They've gotten another one off the line. This is something that people do that I don't quite understand the strategy, so I don't do it myself, but it seems to generally work, which is they buy a second Peasant or pay second Peasant early on, and then when they later in the game they have both a Disciple and a Teacher in play, which is really strong if you can get that. I worry that like you get terminal collision, you draw both Peasants, or you draw a Peasant and a Soldier, and then they miss, and then and so on. So that was why on some of my early buys I got Dungeons, hoping to move my Travelers up the line faster with the Dungeons. Okay, well, I'll lead on the Oracle. I want to keep the Salvager. Okay, now I guess I want to trigger the shuffle after the Embassy. So discard. That's 3. Okay, hope to find some more draw here, which I did. Excellent. I don't have another Oracle, so I guess I'm discipling the Embassy. And okay. I'm not going to get to play this dungeon the way I just worked that shuffle, but that's fine. Okay, so now I'm going to get Oracle, Oracle, Peasant. Oracle, Oracle, Peasant, and exchange the Peasant to Soldier. Keep the Disciple. Yeah. And here I will be looking to, again, disciple the Oracle, or disciple the Peasant. With the Peasant Oracle Disciple stuff, I can add payload very, very quickly. I added, with the Soldier, 2 coins plus 2 more for the Oracle. So I added 4 coins of payload to myself that turn, and only 1 plus buy. So I do need to add more plus buy as well, so I can add more Oracles and Peasants quickly. But potentially, even if I get to 2 or 3 provinces down, if they get 3 more provinces, I could get to turns where I'm buying 3 or 4 provinces pretty easily with the Oracle Soldier stack. You're sort of seeing the cost of having gained these ports as opposed to gaining like Oracles, that they're just drawing 1 card, so they've still got this big shuffle up ahead. Okay, always discarding the coppers. Discard. Really hoping to find the stuff that I want to find. Okay, well, did not find everything I wanted to find, but so now I disciple the Peasant, play the, you see Soldier there was plus 6 coins. So I did gain another Peasant there. So I'm thinking about just gaining 3 Oracles here. So you see I'm already up to 15 and 4 buys. So if I disciple a Peasant next turn and I'm able to play it, then I would be at, quite a bit more and 4 buys. So the consideration is, 3 Oracles and a Peasant, or 4 Oracles. I think 3 Oracles and a Peasant, and then hope to potentially disciple an Oracle. Keep the Soldier, exchange 1 Peasant for a Soldier. And this is a great start already, so I'm pretty much guaranteed to kick off and have a really big turn here. The question is how big their big turn is once they add their plus card token to port. If I'm tracking their deck right, they only have one buy. So it seems difficult for them to do more than like buy 2 provinces. I don't think I'm at the realm of 4 provinces yet, but I'm certainly at like 3 provinces with my deck. And they would need to be a little bit concerned with that. Is there a world where I consider palace points at all? I think I would have had to do that earlier. Like, you get some extra pages, and you like keep 1 treasure hunter and 1 warrior, and then every turn you gain palace points, basically. But that's a lot of cost for 3 VP a turn. I think you want to build to multi-province stuff. It's also not super clear to me. I guess they can do salvage stuff, so they can't double province here. But I can pretty easily double province in return. And I need to pay attention here to see exactly what they're capable of. Probably they should have put plus coin on port, or plus buy. They do seem to be short plus buy here. And they had to disciple an embassy, so like they're overdrawing now. I think I'm in a good spot, just the way this worked out. Yeah, they only have 2 buys, so they're limited to 2 provinces. And I have these extra 14 VP, so from defiled shrine points. So they might do something like province peasant here. I think they have to be concerned that if they could get like the plus buy token from teacher in play, then they could threaten piling out, but they can't get that in play for 2 more turns. So I have 2 more turns to buy as many provinces as I can before they get that token into play. It seems pretty feasible for me to do that. Okay, well, ignore all the other things I said. They have 2 peasants. They were not able to disciple a peasant, although they could disciple one next turn. They can salvage something big or something small. Okay, 28. So they probably should have considered salvaging a gold there and buying for 3 provinces. Certainly 4 provinces is possible for them next turn, so I have to, if I possibly can, quad province. I don't think I have enough money in my deck to do that. Although if I salvage like an embassy or something, it seems more possible. And I myself have 4 buys. Okay, so I can't 5 province. That seems wholly impossible. Can they get 5 provinces? If they get 5 provinces, I lose. So how do I get to 40 money? I have 7 oracles coming into play, so my soldiers are going to be worth 9 and 10, so that's 19. I can salvage a embassy for 5, that's 24. That doesn't seem like enough. I could also potentially disciple a salvager. 1, 2, 3. Disciple a salvager. Yep. I'm not drawing as well as I thought I would be so far. Okay, so it looks like I need to disciple this oracle anyways to draw on. Okay, I did find my oracles. I'm going to trigger what is a terrible shuffle here, but now I can count at least. So I'm going to have 8 oracles in play. So my soldiers are worth 10, 9, 10, and 11. So that's 21. I am short a buy. Okay. So I needed to have done this differently. I'm sure to buy. Yep, they counted it out right. I needed to have done something differently. Can I just buy a bunch of golds and get a bunch of defiled shrine points? But I think they're risking, they're threatening 5 provinces next turn is the problem. Ooh, or I buy 4 provinces. That's 24 points. That's 41. That doesn't seem like I'm close to out of reach. Nuts. So I needed to have. Yeah, I bottom decked too much draw. I think I thought I had more draw in my deck. I lost track of how much draw, and I had a bunch of the draw down at the bottom. A couple of this embassy, a couple of oracles down at the bottom. So I had to play this disciple earlier. If I'd seen this embassy earlier, I would have been more comfortable with my draw. As it is, I was just able to draw enough. So I'm 1 buy short of winning. If they get 4 provinces, that's 57. There's no way I win there. Doesn't really seem like I just buy 4 provinces and hope. It seems like a tacit resign, but it is what it is. Yeah, so I ended up being like a half turn behind. If I had 1 more half turn or a perfect shuffle, that last shuffle, I was in it. And that's pretty much it. They played it well and got ahead and were able to press their lead. So, good game for JerryDot.